time for another daily CPU tournament. This one's number 8, so after this one we'll have a pre-contest of champion thing with the 4 winners, or not winners, but finalists I guess is much better of a term. I think that's what I'm gonna call them from now on. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I set this up correctly. I don't see anyone who's won a tournament in the past year. Oh wait, Ganon's here. I actually do need to go fix that real fast. Hopefully the title stays, because I changed the title. Yeah, Ganon is banned. This is like... Or it's not the last day he's gonna be banned, he's gonna be banned for 16 more days, because I've been doing these once a day. But okay, so we have Shulk, Ness, Blood Falcon, Rob, Mewtwo, Villager, 06 Samus, Ice Climbers, Pit, Chrom, Ken, Wario, Isabelle, Kirby, Mega Man, and Lucina. Well, maybe Lucina wins this one, because Lucina's actually never won one of these tournaments. Okay, that's testing something real fast. So, now let me shuffle it a few times by spamming the A button as fast as I can for some reason. Or maybe I just... Yeah, I think that's good there, so... Game 1 is going to be Shulk. But, yeah, I've been doing these once a day every day. After the 16th one, then I'm gonna stop doing them for probably a month, maybe. And focus on other stuff. And I need to get back into World of Light. I'm probably gonna play some of that after this. I am feeling a lot better after surgery today. I think I'm back to being normal other than my ear. Because there are still stitches in. It's kind of like behind my ear, it's not directly in it, so. Yeah, Game 1, Dreamland 64, so we do get to see Wispy Woods today. And Villager was almost his first kill. Or actually, they were both pretty close. Shulk's actually at a disadvantage to Villager at the moment. Shulk's been the winner of 2 tournaments in this best of... I mean, these 4 tournaments. This is the 4th one. And Wispy Woods getting his first kill. I guess it's kind of an assist, but I consider it a kill, so... Shulk losing a very early stock there. And once again, I forgot to do the timer. I think I'm just gonna do it after the season's over. Because I'm gonna change the rules next season to where there's items, maybe. Because that might be fun. This one's the competitive year. Yeah, Villager is getting a very early lead. Void Rockets and everything. Shulk's really not even doing anything to him. He's just kind of playing his own game. King Dedede is joining the spectators here, so... Down smash connects for Shulk. Villager at 144.2, Shulk at 47.1, switching over to Smash Art. Shulk's on his second stock, but Villager still on his first. Villager recovering very low there. I thought he had SD'd or just didn't have balloons, but he's fine. Trying to trap Shulk into a position where he could down air, although the down air did not spike. Knocks Shulk back on the stage. Villager has almost an entire stock lead at 145.4%, so that'd be a pretty impressive lead. 0.1 difference here, and also a stock, so it's not that. But now Villager does have a stock lead. And the up tilt does take the stock for Villager, so now Villager is at 3 stocks 100, or now he's at 0%, 2 stocks. Shulk's at 1 stock, so this is tournament stock, as this is the best out of 1 tournament, just like the last 7 have been. Let's see, gets the forward air, switching over to Buster to get in some damage. Villager could play kind of campy to wait out Buster, but you can also just play pretty aggressively against Shulk. Because even with Buster, Villager still has a 2 stock lead, so... I mean, not 2 stock, but 1 stock lead. New Slayer, saving him from the up smash. down air, but misses the down smash. Gets the grab out of down air though. Lands both Void Rockets. And loses a stock to up smash, so Shulk can still come back from this even at 141.2%. But that down air will take the stock. The Villager with the JV going on to round 2 against the winner of the next game, which is going to be between Mega Man and Ken. So I have a feeling this is going to be a Mega Man game. And I'm going slow on the menu so that way I don't skip it again. Because in the last stream I accidentally skipped the game, so I don't want to do that again. But yeah, Mega Man getting hit there by forward air. Or I believe that was forward air. Don't really know Ken's moves that well. Okay, I was just making sure my mic was still unmuted, so I muted it to see if it was. Because that also happened in the last stream, although that wasn't in the tournament. That stream hasn't been on YouTube yet, so it probably will pretty soon. Yeah, up smash from Ken, not enough to kill. Sure, you can probably could kill. If you get all hits, maybe, on the strong hit, although up air from Mega Man takes the stock. I'm pretty sure Ken just jumped into the blast zone at that point, because he was only at 60%, like I know up air sent you to the sky, but it doesn't do that well. At 60%, I would think, or else it would be broken. But Shoryuken from Ken into a dash dance there, that kind of made it look like he was stuttering. Kind of like the Mega Man foot thing. I don't know if anyone's seen that, but a footstool from Mega Man taking second stock from Ken. So Mega Man has almost a one stock lead here on his second stock, Ken at 25.5%. On his tournament stock, Mega Man's at 27.9 on the second. So we could definitely see a 2 stock for Mega Man. Spot dodges the forward tilt there, and then punishes with up smash. Thought he was going to footstool again, but looks like he just wanted to up special. Baits out the metal blade, and then see up smash into up air. See, up air didn't kill there, but it killed at 60%, so that was weird. Ken surviving the back air, Mega Man getting the stock lead, so bit of a combo from Ken, doesn't really do much in terms of knockback, but does some damage. Gives him the lead back, even though he's a stock behind still. Does take the stock though, so now they're on the same stock, but Ken's at 113% and dies to up tilt from Mega Man. And next game we have Wario versus Ice Climbers. This is definitely going to be an interesting game. Well, them not hitting each other yet, but Wario starts with a forward smash, kills Nana, because Nana's AI is fixed and latest patch and it's flawless. So we're gonna see some Sopo here. Definitely give Wario some advantage. Sopo able to make it back. Or I guess I'm just gonna call him Popo. I don't really feel like calling him Sopo. Wario with the perfect edge guard of neutral B. Able to take a really early stock there. It was just really unfortunate that Nana did SD at the beginning, so Popo really couldn't do much on his own against Wario's neutral B. But it's fine, because Wario's still on his first stock, so looking well for him. Ice Climbers could still make a comeback if they get Wario. It's not that hard to once his bike's out on the field. So, Nana actually dying from that. Once again, SDing, I can only assume, because Popo was able to make it back pretty easily. It's definitely not looking well for Popo, though. She really just had an unfortunate time with Nana. Neutral B spam, not enough to be able to edgeguard Wario. Wario did a bit of a combo there, but wasn't able to follow up anything. Forward smash from Wario taking the second stock. Wario at first stock 100.6%, Ice Climbers at 0% tournament stock. So if Wario takes out Nana again, then he could get a 3 stock. It'd be the first one in CPU tournament, I guess. He also does have wafts, so no one's ever landed a waft, I'm pretty sure, either. If he hits them with the cloud at like 50%, they're dead, so we could definitely still see a 3 stock here. Playing against a good Wario is playing 2 stocks, so you do need to play carefully here, the Ice Climbers. Although Nana does SD, so Wario could still get 3 stock. Pretty sure he still has waft, because I didn't hear a fart, so it's a bit of a combo there. Popo is at kill percent from waft, although gets the up air, so Wario lost waft, I'm pretty sure, if you die as Wario. Yeah, he's not glowing anymore, so now he's for sure has lost waft. Popo can make a comeback here, but it's gonna have to be... Alright, he's gonna have to play very carefully to make a comeback here, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. It's just really unfortunate that Nana didn't want to play today because she was tired or something. But yeah, Wario saving Popo actually. He is not going to be able to make it from there. But Wario did save him. Yeah, Popo is dying from the bike there. It was a sufficient edge guard. And Wario moves on to round 2. Kind of feel bad for the Ice Climbers, but it's best of 1 tournament, so it's just unfortunate that they didn't want to play today, or Nana didn't want to play today. It looked like Popo actually wanted to play. Yeah, now we have Isabelle versus Chrom, round 1, game 4. Chrom making it back to stage. Forward tilt into forward smash. Combo out from Chrom there. I don't know if it's true or not, but it kind of looked true actually. Maybe if you had like Pokemon Switch it wouldn't work. Down air from Isabelle, not enough to kill Chrom, although it was very close. A down air from Isabelle now would definitely kill Chrom, so don't really want to go off stage for Chrom. Unless you can get the stock with up special. Because that's still a thing that can happen. It's just very weird. Like, it has a pretty much a 70% chance to not happen. There's still a 30% chance that your opponent will die first. Or at least I would say it's a 30% chance. I don't play Chrom a lot though. Yeah, Isabelle getting in the stock there with the back throw. Forward air, getting air dodge from Chrom. Chrom at 42.8% second stock. Isabelle at 117.5 first, but gets hit with the forward air and the Lloyd Rocket, so does a bit of damage. Chrom able to make it back to stage from the Lloyd Rocket and gets the back air for the kill. Chrom could definitely come back from this and possibly even just be off stage and get Isabelle, but footstooled Isabelle, wasn't able to get though because of Isabelle's recovery. did do some magnifying glass damage, but it was only 1.2%, and I did not get the hit mark right there, sorry. Down throw to up special did not connect for Chrome, so he only got about 6 damage from the down throw. Air dodge is off stage, although it's able to recover. Chrome really needs to start getting in some damage here if he wants to make a comeback. Back air from Chrome did connect there, but it did not kill. He's at about a 42% disadvantage here. Gets the lead by 1 stock. Isabelle at tournament stock now, Chrome at 142.8% second stock. Neutral air from Isabelle taking Chrome stock, so now they're both even. Down air, hit Chrome during the super armor of his up special, so it's not able to kill. Although it would have killed had Chrome not upbeat the second that he did. I thought that Chrome was not going to take that hit, and then Isabelle was going to get a fishing rod snipe, which kind of would have been hype, but Isabelle getting hit from up special into the forward smash, so Isabelle did die there. Chrome moves on to round 2. I was about to say semifinals, but it's not really semifinals. It's semifinal. Or I guess just finals, semifinals. I don't really know. But now we have Lucina versus Mewtwo.
3, 2, 1, go!
At Unova Pokemon League. Lucina getting gimped from Mewtwo there at 0%. It wasn't really at 0, but it was pretty close. So it definitely was very unfortunate for Lucina. Mewtwo can also get gimped on this stage, though, if you knock them underneath the platform a little bit. Then whenever they teleport, they'll bounce out, so they won't just teleport directly through the platform, because that would kind of be cheating. They actually bounce out, so if you're losing to somebody, I can show where to knock them at. If you're losing to someone with a teleport recovery, if you knock them right here, and they up B here, they'll come out here. And so then they just die, because the up B puts them into free fall. Well, Lucina could definitely make a comeback. She's doing very well on the second stock compared to the first. Mewtwo is actually not doing very well compared to the beginning of the game. Being able to recover the stage that time. Punishes the down special from Mewtwo, so he does take the stock pretty early there. Lucina at 27.5%, Mewtwo at 0%, both on their second stock. Mewtwo getting some aerial combos. They don't really do much damage, but they do kind of over double Lucina's percent there. Though a few smash attacks from Lucina, she did land up smash there, could take the stock, or could make the comeback, so. Lands the forward tilt out of the parry. My loading leaves the spectators. Mewtwo up air to keep Lucina off of. Shadow Ball is going to kill Lucina. So Lucina's now at tournament stock, Mewtwo's at 78.9% second stock. Lucina's done very well in comeback, so definitely see one here. Shaman's now joined the spectators though in land form. Now it's in sky form. I'm pretty sure that one's land form. Oh, and I did learn the name of that other Pokemon that's here. It's Wishbacon. I think I said the wrong name originally, but it's actually Wishbacon, I remembered. I was watching some video and they said Wishbacon, and I was like, oh yeah, that's what that Pokemon's called. yeah, back to the game. Lucina is not doing too well on this last stock. She was able to take Mewtwo's second stock, but she's now at 68.2%, Mewtwo's 13.2%. Almost lands the Shield Breaker, but lands the second one into forward smash. Thought she was going to edge guard, but Mewtwo air dodges back to stage to be safe. Barely avoids the neutral special, the down special from Mewtwo. Wishbacot joins the spectators. Lands a neutral air as the teleport prediction. Although Mewtwo's not really doing well now. Needs to start getting some damage very soon or Lucina will take the lead here. And she does take the lead with down air. Mewtwo's down air gives him the lead by about 10%, so it's not that big of a lead. Both characters could still come back. They kind of traded there, so now Lucina is in the lead by 11%. Gets the down smash kill. Yeah, I was kind of worried. If you couldn't tell, I was going for Lucina because I made Lucina. And that's... or I don't think that's actually the skin that I made Lucina in. So... it was for a while, though. Hey, Game 6 of Round 1. We have Zero Suit Samus versus Kirby. And I keep hitting my mic every 3 seconds, but it's fine. Or hitting, not heating. Kirby with the forward air gets all of the hits on it, and takes the lead against Zero Suit. Lands another forward air, although it doesn't land all the hits that time. Zero Suit Samus does have the lead here by about 10%, although Kirby takes the lead with the up air. Dash attack. Zero Suit takes, or no, Kirby still has the lead there by 1%. Now Zero Suit takes the lead by 5% with an up smash, lands the second up smash into up air. Misses the neutral air and the side special. Whereas there, I can't really tell which one's which in the air, so... actually, I really just can't tell the difference between her grab and her side special, other than that one does damage and one leads into a grab, so... but Zero Suit did take the stocks there against Kirby, so... Kirby could still take the stock, although it's kind of unlikely due to Kirby not being the best character in the game. Zero Suit Samus is apparently not bad anymore, but I still think she's kind of bad. She just really doesn't do much. Like, she can do damage and she can kill, but like, it's kind of in very specific circumstances that she can kill. Like, whenever your opponent's at a really high percent and you hit them with neutral B and now you're comboing them into the ceiling or something like that, or landing a forward smash. Or offstage down special spike. That's pretty much the only time she can kill, but Kirby landing the up smash, not up smash, up throw for the kill. Gets down air into forward tilt there from Kirby. Almost has a lead actually. Was down a stock and started getting some damage, although it's now regained confidence, I guess. It's actually doing pretty well against her, so it even takes the lead with the back air. Just don't know for how long. Still a 0.4% lead, but loses it to the grab. Is able to recover from the grab, from the throw, not the grab. But up special allows Kirby to get back to stage. Zero Suit misses her up special, and Kirby punishes it with up air. Lands up special on stage for a bit of damage there. Into forward air, takes the lead. Both characters on their second stock. Zero Suit at 123, or I guess Zero Suit loses the stock there to Kirby's grab. So Zero Suit's at 0% tournament stock, Kirby at 2 stocks, 104.9%. Zero Suit lands a forward smash. Well, Kirby lands down air and it is able to almost get Zero Suit actually. I thought it did get Zero Suit, but she somehow had magnet hands. Like, I don't know if anyone else saw that, but her normal up special ends like here, but hers brought her all the way up to here, so I really don't understand how that one worked. And yesterday I went from like here to here when I was playing Zero Suit, so I don't understand how our up special works. I'm pretty sure if you start falling down you gain less height. So, as long as you are in a kind of stationary mode, like the faster that you're falling down, the less distance your up special is going to go. I guess is how it works. Really not sure though. Kirby's forward smash is able to take the stock though. Kirby with the 2 stock at 166% against Zero Suit. In the last tournament, Kirby lost to Blood Falcon. Although, originally Kirby won to Blood Falcon, it's just I had to reset the game because I messed up and skipped the battle. So, I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen again. And yeah, at Midgar we have Pit versus Ness. Pit taking the lead against Ness. Ness is a finalist, so definitely he's not the worst character in this tournament. The only characters in this tournament that have won a tournament so far are Shulk and Blood Falcon, so. And I believe Shulk was actually eliminated, if I remember correctly. I don't actually remember who won that game. So, Pit's definitely doing some damage with those arrows. Lance's side special, although it wasn't out long enough to be able to reflect the PK Fire. It did reflect the PK Fire that time, but the PK Fire kind of just disappeared. Ness does take the lead there, with the back throw in the neutral air. Lance the up special, I don't know what Pit was doing all the way down there. I guess it doesn't really matter where his recovery comes from, because he will recover. Keeps getting hit by the up special. Ness almost doing the Thunder trick at the ledge, but Pit was able to see through it, although he did lose a stock there. Pit at 0% second stock, Ness at 115.1% first stock. Pit trying to hit Ness with an arrow, though it didn't seem to work. Ness lands a back throw. And gets a small follow-up for a 25.2%. Ness at 150% now. Getting killed by the forward air from Pit. Pit was looking really good at the beginning of this match, although he's kind of fallen off now. After being hit by all those up specials, but seems to be getting his speed back. Ness lands the forward smash into Pit's shield, but gets a back, or I mean not a back air, but a forward tilt as a punish for Pit's roll. Pit tries to edgeguard Ness with down special, but it doesn't reflect because Ness hit himself with a projectile. So, kind of just broke his shields for some reason. I guess because it does a lot of damage. They both kind of recover back to stage. Pit, never learning how to read, loses a stock to Ness's up air. Ness was able to recover and even survives the footstool, although they kind of just walked around each other after that. Pit was able to escape the PK Fire but ran right into Ness's forward tilt, or I believe that was actually down tilt, not forward tilt. PK Fire from Ness does not get the side special follow-up. I mean, not side special, side smash follow-up. Pit lands the back air. And the side special. Although, Ness doing drop down forward air against Pit. Pit could still come back from this even though he's at 75.4% tournament stock. Ness is at 129.9% second stock. They just have to play really carefully here. Pit does get the kill with the up air. I think that was kind of an early kill for up air. I think Ness kind of just DI'd toward the blast zone, but lands the up air there and does get the JV, so Ness is moving on to round 2. He did make finals in the last tournament, so it's not too surprising. It was his second tournament in a row to make finals. He did lose to Blood Falcon though, who is going to play Rob in the next match. However, once this game has to play Ness in round 2, so definitely see a run back of finals in the last tournament. And maybe even a different result, although Falcon did kind of overwhelm Ness pretty easily. Seems like Rob's doing a pretty good job of that. To Falcon now, though. Landing the back air. Okay, Captain Falcon gets the grab, or I guess it's Blood Falcon, not Captain Falcon. Okay, Rob getting the forward tilt there. And the side special. Does have his down special fully charged, so the Beyblade could come out any second. Misses the neutral special and the Beyblade because Captain Falcon rolls past it. Or Blood Falcon, sorry. That's down air, but misses 2 up specials. I mean up airs, lances third. Lands the up smash as well. Another up air. Misses that up smash and that one as well. Lands the down smash for the kill. But even though Falcon didn't do that well at the beginning of the match, he is kind of making a comeback now. Dodges the up smash from Rob, but does not dodge a side special, so does lose stock. Down air does spike, but it wasn't at a high percent, so it didn't really send Rob anywhere. Rob takes back the lead by 1%. Back air turns it into a 20.3% lead. And Falcon does a 2-hit combo, though it doesn't get a fall outside of that. Gets soft hit of knee. Or I got sour spot, not really soft hit. Lands the up smash. And gets the sweet spot on the D. Across the stage. Rob at tournament stock, Captain Falcon at 108.2%. I'm just going to say Captain Falcon because that's what his name says, and that's what keeps throwing me off because I keep reading his name. Although he does have his own section on the spreadsheet that's separate from the Falcon section. Back up from Rob taking the stock, Rob at 51%, so it's not too bad of a disadvantage for final stock. It's still pretty much anyone's game. Landing both Falcon kicks, keeps recovering back to stage using the side special instead of edge guarding. So it really doesn't do anything for Rob there. I'm pretty sure that's up throw. Every time that I've thrown with Rob, it's been down throw, so I actually don't know what his other throws are. Which is kind of weird, because I know most people's moves. Although, forward smash from Rob does take the stock, and Blood Falcon was eliminated from this tournament. He did kind of send Cloud to kill Falcon, so guess it's good that he's not going to be in this tournament. He does go to the Contest of Champions, though, from the last tournament. So he still has a chance to win another tournament. Although, I don't consider tournament wins and pre-Contest of Champion wins to be the same thing. So not only will he be in the pre-Contest of Champions, but he will be in the Contest of Champions, which is going to happen after the 16th tournament. There will be pre-Contest of Champions number 4, and then the next day will be the Contest of Champions. Because I want to work on the seeding for that. And that's going to be in another hour, so I'm not going to do 2 hours straight of tournaments. But yeah, for round 2, game 1, we have Mega Man versus Villager. Villager does have a bit of a lead here at the beginning. He was able to eliminate Shulk out of the tournament, so he's got to be pretty decent because Shulk's already won 2 tournaments and was the only person that was able to defeat Captain Falcon from the last set of tournaments. Lands the back air, and the up tilt from Mega Man there, so it's definitely kind of a closer game at the beginning here. No one has a clear lead. Villager does get a 20% lead almost from that back throw, although Mega Man could easily take it back with a down special. Okay, Villager's kind of knocking Mega Man around. He was able to wall jump there. Gets his side special back, up special back, although the wall jump doesn't send him very far up. It's not able to recover. So now Villager does have a one stock lead at 89.5%. Mega Man at 13.9% second stock. Mega Man does kind of have home field advantage here, but it's not really going to help him out that much, because it's not actually a real thing. Parry to up tilt is a real thing though for Mega Man, so was able to take the stock. Mega Man can still come back from Villager here. Villager with the Lloyd Rocket. They both kind of forward air at the same time, or not forward air, but hit each other with projectiles in the air that both collide and trade. So they essentially just do nothing there. Lands the back air and the metal blade, although it's not going to follow up air because of Villager's down air. Both of them are kind of just walling each other out with projectiles until one approaches the other, and then they kind of fight for a few seconds and then go back to walling each other out with projectiles, what this match is kind of starting to look like. Mega Man does run in up throw though, so kind of an interesting change. And even gets the lead by 1%. Villager pockets one of Mega Man's neutral airs, so, and throws it back at him as well. Gets another lemon, although that one misses. Mega Man kind of needs to get a kill here to get the lead, although it's still a very close game, surprisingly. Villager pocketed Mega Man's Metal Blade, so Mega Man can't use another one of those until Villager throws it out, which I think is why Villager is keeping it. Or I guess he can. Or I guess maybe he has to hit B again for Mega Man not to be able to throw it out. So, because if there are two Metal Blades on the field, that can't actually happen unless it's like that instance there, where they're both thrown at the same time. Though up smash from Mega Man does take the stock for Villager. I actually don't know about that Metal Blade thing, so I'm just gonna stop because I'm pretty sure everything that I said there was wrong. But yeah, Mega Man 143.3%, Villager at 4.4%, does have a bomb in his pocket, which was just Mega Man's side special. Wasn't actually a bomb, even though it did look like it. Okay, I was just making sure my mic was still on, so I muted it to test it. That's what I've been doing instead of just listening to the video preview, because it's a little bit easier to do. Villager did take Mega Man stock, and now Mega Man does not have a lead anymore. He could still take Villager's stock with a down air, though it doesn't go for the down air. Instead just kind of runs next to Villager in the air. Villager forcing Mega Man's approach with the Lloyd Rocket, although now trying to approach Mega Man instead. Misses a down air. Don't really know what Mega Man's doing here. He's not exactly edge guarding. He does get a 2-frame with the down smash though. He threw the Metal Blade backwards for some reason. The down smash does get parried from Villager. Mega Man able to make it back to stage. Blocks Villager's down smash. Down smash from Villager definitely could kill Mega Man because it could lead into forward smash or up smash, both of which would kill Mega Man at 130%. It could also lead into tree, although he'd have to set that up. And no Villager has tried to set up a tree yet, so Mega Man lands the forward smash, just not enough to kill though. Neither is Villager's neutral air. Mega Man makes it back to stage. Villager also does make it back to stage. So, it's still a very close game. It's going to be a last hit for sure. Back throw from Mega Man, not enough, but it is enough for him to get a lead by 6%. lands the up air, and that does kill. So that was definitely the last hit that Villager needed to be hit by for the kill. That was definitely the closest game. It was a 6-minute game, so it's also the longest game that's been in the CPU championship thing that I've been doing. So now we have Chrom versus Wario. Definitely going to be an interesting game. I feel like Wario does have this game, even though Chrom has a sword. Wario usually doesn't do that great against swords, but I feel like Chrom is a very special case. I'm still gonna be going for Chrom though. Tried to hit the bike there, although it didn't connect. Wario at 60.1%. Now it's 75 due to the down smash from Chrom. Chrom's actually doing very well no gang in this game, surprisingly. It is on Final Destination, but it does give Chrom some help. If this was on Battlefield, then Wario would have somewhat of an advantage here. But Final Destination allows Chrom to just face Wario head on. Wario can't really go on platforms and try and camp on them, so Chrom landing the back air for the kill at 38.9% for Chrom, and Wario's now at 0% second stock. All Wario really needs to do to be able to kill Chrom is to just knock him off with Bite. You would think that actually wouldn't work, because you think Chrom's jump should be able to save him. But if you knock him off with Bike and then neutral air him off the side, it pushes him out far enough to where there's nothing you can do to get back even at 0%. You just have to make sure that you get both hits of Bike off stage, which is kind of hard to do actually, because it's hard, or at least it's hard for me to tell where Bike's actually going to hit when it would just miss and go through. Because I've had Bike go through people sometimes for no reason. And Wario landing down tilt there from kind of just blocking center stage for some reason. Both characters are staying very close to each other, which is good, because that makes it where the match is going to last a lot longer. Wario now has waft though, so Chrom does need to be careful. Lands the forward tilt and misses the down air. Wario punishes with neutral air. That could have been a very easy waft, but I don't think Wario wants to waft at the moment, due to Chrom being at 160.9%, still not being dead. If I were Wario, I would try to save it, even though it's not looking too great for Wario. He does waste the waft while Chrom is at the ledge with invincibility, and does lose a stock there, so now Chrom is 2 stocks ahead at 168% still on his first stock, so things are not looking good for Wario. The down air not enough to be able to kill Chrom, even at 181.8%. Neutral air does not kill Chrom either. He's barely able to make it back to stage. Parries, or not parries, counters to neutral air from Wario. Yeah, I thought Chrom would be destroyed by Wario, because I thought this would be a pretty easy game for Wario, though. The more that I'm watching it, the more that I can see where I was wrong on that. Forward smash from Wario does take the stock there, though, so Wario can still make a comeback. It'd have to be a very hard comeback for him to make, though. Or it would be a very hard comeback for him to make, I mean. Up special from Chrom does a lot of damage, though. Wario's now at 98.2% tournament stock. Takes the back air on the stage so he doesn't get the stage bite. Wario's still living at 140.1% there. Neutral special from Chrom at pretty much any state of it could kill Wario instantly with the simple forward smash. So Chrom is moving on to semifinals.
Training paid off.
I guess it did, Chrom. Yeah, Chrom will have to fight Mega Man in semifinals, so that's going to be an interesting fight. Now we have Lucina versus Kirby. And I'm kind of biased being a Lucina main, so I think Lucina is going to win this fight. Although I was wrong about the last fight. I said that I thought Wario was going to win, but I was going for Prom. Kirby does have a bit of a lead here, although Lucida's doing a pretty good job of spacing Kirby out. Kirby doesn't have that much range with his melee attacks. She also lands a down air for a pretty early kill on Kirby. Or at least I consider a spike kill at 40% to be an early kill. Lucina really can't make it back to stage from that far, so she also loses her stock, so Kirby actually did a pretty good job of taking it. It's now a pretty even game, once again. Kirby even has the lead now, but Lucina does take it back with the forward air. Parries the back air, though doesn't get a follow-up. Gets the counter. Kirby recovers low to try and force Lucina to go underneath him. Doesn't really work. Kirby techs the neutral air hit on the stage. Lands the up tilt, I believe that was. Or no, that was actually a jab, because it looks kind of similar to an up tilt. As it launches upwards. Lucina at 87% here, Kirby at 94. So Kirby takes the lead with the down air into up smash though. Takes the stock as well. The back air from Lucina takes the stock again, so now they're both at their tournament stocks at 0%. Lucina lands the forward air for the lead. Forward smash from Lucina gives her the lead. It was only a bit of a difference though. So Kirby's up smash takes the lead. Now Lucina's forward smash takes the lead. And she does get a follow-up in forward air, although it doesn't do that much damage, so Kirby's back air takes the lead. I was going to say takes the stock, but that would be pretty incorrect, as Lucina is still alive. She teched the down special on the stage, so that definitely would have killed Lucina had she not teched it. Still had her jump, so she was able to recover there. I thought she didn't have her jump, that she just died. Yeah, it's still a very close game, even though they are kind of just trading the lead. And Lucina kind of gets a big lead for a while, then Kirby gets 20%, so then Kirby has a lead, and then Lucina does one hit, does 20%, and then they kind of just keep repeating that. And now it's a 1% difference here. Kirby's forward smash, or not forward smash, forward special actually, does take the stock. So I was wrong in thinking that Lucina was going to win. Because why wouldn't the third best character in the game be able to beat one of the worst characters in the game? Doesn't make that much sense. So yeah. Ness is now going to fight Rob for the battle to get to semifinals against Kirby. That's not the biggest upset of this tournament, though. I'd say the biggest upset was Game 1. Because Shulk lost to someone that lost to Mega Man. So, while I think Mega Man's high tier, I don't think he's the best character in the game. Or like the best of high tier either. Rob getting in a lot of damage on Ness here. Ness's footstool really doesn't do anything to Rob, because Rob's up special lasts pretty much forever. Gets the back throw, doesn't really follow it up with anything, except for getting off the ledge and up airing. Dodges the side smash. Forward throw from Ness sends Rob pretty much nowhere. Does get 2 PK Thunders out of it, so it's not the worst option. Back throw would have killed Rob though. Up air definitely killed Rob there, so now Rob has to get a stock off of Ness to be able to make the game even. It's kind of like in Mario Party whenever you're a star behind. You have to get another star, it doesn't matter how many coins you have. That's kind of doing pretty well on the second stock for Rob. Like, I think he just had to wait for his download to complete. Yeah, Rob really can't seem to hit Ness. Back air from Ness would kill, back throw from Ness would kill, and forward tilt from Ness would also kill. So yeah, Rob at tournament stock here at 0%. Ness at 147.8% first stock. Tries to land the up special, but doesn't really go anywhere, except into the wall. Lands PK Fire. Rob really needs to start getting in some damage here, or else he's not going to be able to kill Ness. Even the neutral air barely doesn't kill Ness. Forward air does kill Ness though for Rob, so Rob needs to get a 0 to death or something very similar to be able to even out this game. He actually pretty much just needs to get 2 in a row at this point. PK Fire to forward air from Ness does a lot of damage to Rob. Rob now at 119.3% on the tournament stock, and up smash not going to be able to take it. It did get a confirmed though, so it just wasn't enough. Down tilt from Rob, it's definitely close to a 0 to death. Down smash from Ness, not killing Rob, but does send him across the stage. And the up tilt does do the job of killing, so Ness is moving on to semifinals, or moving on to finals actually, because that was, or no, it isn't semifinals. No, that was just round 2, so this is semifinals. My bad, I got lost. It's been an hour of this CPU tournament, so there's been a lot of long games and very few short games. Oh yeah, Shulk was beaten by Villager. That was the upset. Or the biggest upset in this tournament so far. But yeah, for game 1 of semifinals, we have Mega Man vs. Chrom at Battlefield. So, definitely not the worst stage for these characters to be fighting on. I think Battlefield's actually kind of my favorite stage in Ultimate. I just kind of like the background. I got a poster of it before Ultimate released. I went to one of those Best Buy meets. So, there was also a time where Final Destination, before they had showed it off, was just Battlefield, except with no platforms. That was at the E3 demo and a little bit after the E3 demo. But I have a poster of both Final Destination and Battlefield, so I just don't have them hung up in my room yet. Chrom was able to take a stock, but Mega Man took the stock back, so it's now a pretty even game. Mega Man at a 17.2% disadvantage, although it's not that much anymore. And it even takes the lead against Chrom here, so Chrom gets the Metal Blade, but Mega Man blocks it with the side special. Chrom's doing a really good job of getting around Mega Man's projectiles, and Mega Man's not doing a good job of fighting Chrom, so Chrom could definitely take this game. Don't know what that was, but Mega Man lands parry into up smash. Back here from Mega Man, gets parried by Chrom. Chrom with a 5% lead, although now it's a 1% disadvantage. Up tilt from Mega Man, not enough to be able to kill. It's not at the center of the hit. It's kind of like with Luigi's up special. If you can land at right next to Mega Man, it does a lot of damage. Or I mean, it does a lot of knockback, not really damage. It does the same amount of damage if you land the final hit with the up tilt. But, yeah, Mega Man did lose a stock there to Chrom, so Chrom's now at 142% second stock, Mega Man at 13.9 tournament stock. Able to land the final hit of Dancing Blade. Gets an up tilt for Mega Man while he's trying to pick up the Metal Blade. Z drop the Metal Blade really didn't do anything for Mega Man there. We could see Chrom do a Chromicide for the win, but I don't think CPU's done that. Mega Man did get down air for the kill, so now it's not really an even game, but Mega Man can still come back from this. Mega Man at 95.1% tournament stock, Chrom at 0% tournament stock, so still kinda close. Down tilt from Mega Man was not able to connect, although Chrom almost died there, barely able to make it back to stage with his up special. All Mega Man really has to do is just kind of edgeguard Chrom slightly and he should be able to get the win. If the forward air would have connected, it definitely would have killed Chrom, because Chrom would not have been able to make it back to stage, although it did miss. Mega Man's kind of made a comeback here in terms of percent, but Chrom's up tilt did take the stock, so Chrom is moving on to finals. The only person who's a finalist so far, in terms of the pre-contest of champions, that's still in the tournament, is Ness. And he has to fight Kirby, so Kirby's beat Lucina, so should be able to beat Ness pretty easily. They are at Prism Tower though, so this stage is kind of weird. I've been thinking about removing the stage from my legal stage list. It was legal on 3DS, so that's why I have it, and I do like Pokemon X and Y, but I don't know if I like it enough to be able to fall through the stage while I'm up specialing 9 times out of 10. But yeah, but Ness does have a bit of a lead here on Kirby. Kirby's getting some back airs. Gets a bit of a combo there, actually. So it's now only a 2% difference here. Down smash from Kirby, not enough to be able to kill Ness, but it was pretty close. Back air did kill Ness, though. So now Kirby has a stock lead at 63.7%. Ness at 0% second stock. Ness air dodging the up special from Kirby. Spams PK Fire, but only hits 1 out of 3. Ness does SD there with the air dodge, and so does Kirby with the up special, so now Kirby just has a stock lead, which is still a lot for Ness to have to come back from. He still could though, because he's Prism Power. But that's what I mean by people falling through the stage while they're up special. If you didn't see Ness kind of air dodge through the ledge. Kirby was trying to down air Ness there, though Ness's up special did save him. Was able to recover. They are playing very close to the blast zone, so they kind of need to get away. Or at least Kirby does, because Ness's back air is pretty powerful. It kills him like 100% easily, so Ness did take the stock with the side smash there. Does the forward throw, it really doesn't send Ness anywhere. He gets punished for doing the forward throw, and Ness is forward air. Almost lands the side special, but Ness does down air to prevent him from landing it. Gets the PK Fire Snipe from Kirby for some damage. Ness really needs to start doing some damage with PK Fire or some kind of combos to be able to make a comeback here against Kirby. But Kirby also needs to kill Ness pretty soon, or else Ness could make the comeback. Because one PK Fire could definitely do a lot of damage to Kirby. Ness was able to make it back to stage through Kirby's down specialing at the ledge. One back throw from Ness could kill, but up special also kills Kirby. So Ness is moving on to finals against Chrom. One thing I've learned from all these Ness games is to use up special more aggressively. Because I always use up special as Ness to recover, and I rarely use it successfully because most of the time I just die. Also, oh wait, Chrome's a little bit lower, but they almost have like the same pattern but mirrored on both sides of bracket. It's just Ness is one spot above Chrome, like if you see what I mean. Like Chrome CPU number 10 above 13, Ness is CPU 2 above 4 and 3. If he was just above number 3, then they would have the same path to finals. But it was just a little bit off. I thought it was the same at first, but then I noticed that there were two underneath Ness. Ness spacing with PK Fire and forward air. Gets a lot of damage from the PK Fire combo. Ness is definitely going to be a tough opponent for Chrom. I am going for Chrom to win though, because Ness has already won a game, which means Chrom is technically a finalist and will be in the pre-contest of champions as well as the contest of champions. Which will be... that won't be for like another week, so we still have a while for that. The pre-contest of champions game 2 will be after this though, so... it's only gonna be 4 people in the tournament. And it's just going to be for seeding the actual Contest of Champions, in case anyone's wondering how I'm working the pre-Contest of Champions stuff out. Currently, Falcon is seeded first, because he's won 3 tournaments as well as the last Contest of Champions. But Chrom does take Nessa stock there with the forward tilt. Both characters were at about 100%, so there wasn't too much of a difference between them. Ness landing a lot of PK fires to do some damage to Chrom into Up Smash. Definitely take the stock. So Chrom not going for the edge guard, although it does kind of do a ledge trap almost. I thought he just up beast Chrom aside Ness, so I thought he was gonna go. Yeah, I thought he was gonna do a very disrespectful play, but didn't actually end up that way. Ness kinda needs to do some damage to Chrom here to be able to make a comeback, but Chrom's doing a pretty good... okay, never mind. Ness actually doesn't have to do anything except throw Chrom off the side with a back throw. That's pretty much it. There's a very easy way Chrom could edgeguard Ness. It just involves down special. Because you literally just have to walk barely off the ledge, down special, get hit by the PK Thunder, so that way you counter it. It sends Ness either into the blast zone or out of the reach of recovering, and then Chrom would be able to make it back because there's not that much in lag from the counter. Or at least not enough to be able to send Chrom to his death. It works with Lucina all the time, and Chrom's recovery actually has more vertical distance than Lucina's, so... it just doesn't have that much horizontal distance. Which is why it's so bad. Parries the forward smash from Ness. Definitely needs to take Ness's stock here. PK Fire will set Chrom at a very strong disadvantage to Ness in the next stock, so... yeah, Chrom at 51%, Ness at 0%, both on tournament stock here. At finals. Tournament number 8. Okay, Chrom won. Yep. I guess Chrom did get a disrespectful kill. But I just didn't expect it to happen like that. But yeah, that's the game. Now we move on to the pre-contest of champions. So basically to do that, all I have to do is just go back to the main menu here and then reset up the tournament name. So go back to Tourney Standard. Or actually I have to go back all the way to the main menu, so I can't just go back to select Tourney Standard. I have to go back to here, and then change the number of participants to 8. Or no, it's only going to be 4 for the pre-contest of champions, actually. So there's going to be 2 pre-contests of champions, I think. I'll do one for the winners of the last 4 tournaments, and one including the winners of the last 4 tournaments and the winners of the 4 tournaments before that. So first is Shulk, who is there. And then we have Ness. Blood Falcon. And then Crom. And Crom was in the neutral skin. He was the only one that was in the neutral skin. That's won a tournament so far. Ness was the only one who was technically never won a tournament. And I'm actually going to add the title. So that way it's easier to keep track of. C O C, and then pound 2, there, and then let me shuffle it a few times. So there's going to be 2 of these. There's going to be one that's just this, and then one that has 8 characters. And now for game 1 we have Blood Falcon versus Crom. Not going to skip this battle. At Kalos Pokemon League this time. He would have hit the Falcon Punch and he would have won the tournament. Like, I would just reset it and just have Blood Falcon do a bye for the game 1, and then game 2 be Ness versus Shulk. So yeah, Ness actually is going to have a run back in this contest of champions, because in finals of tournament number 5, or no, it was tournament number 6, which was the second tournament in the set of 4, he fought Shulk and lost, so now he's going to fight Shulk again in this tournament. But Crom's never fought Blood Falcon, so this is the first time they fought. It'll be the second time Shulk and Ness have fought. It's definitely a close game between these two. They're both trading the lead, pretty much. Although Blood Falcon does land the up smash. And the down tilt for the kill. Countering the up smash from Falcon there. I believe it was up smash. One thing I have noticed from the Captain Falcon CPUs is that they up smash a lot. I mostly go for forward smash when I smash attack, but these Falcon CPUs seem to do a lot of up smashing. And Crom saving Blood Falcon, although killing him up tilt there. Another up smash from Falcon. Crom's at a pretty big disadvantage here at 119.8% second stock compared to Falcon at 16.3 second stock, so Neutral Air does take the stock for Falcon, so now he is the stock ahead at 16.3%. Could see a Crom, or whatever he did to Ness in the last game, we could see that happen, and then Crom get a lead, but kind of unlikely. Falcon is playing very safe against Crom. Although now he's not playing too safe. They were playing safe earlier. Yeah, you want to fight Crom in center stage if you have to fight him anywhere. Unless you can get Crom. If you can get Crom, then you want to go for that, obviously. Yeah, Falcon was able to recover there. Tries to go for an edge guard, although kind of gives up. Up smash does connect on both hits for Blood Falcon. Kills Crown with the forward smash. And gets the 2 stock. Right, now we have Ness versus Shulk, the run back that I was talking about earlier. Last time Shulk beat Ness, so this time Ness could beat Shulk, or Shulk could beat Ness again. And I'm pretty sure it was on Smashville as well, so. PK Fire from Ness, almost evening the game for 1 hit. Ness was about to go for downer there, I believe, but Shulk's up special interrupted that. That would have been kind of a nice 0 to death. Yeah, Shulk got 109% here from PK Fire. Back air does sweet spot and kill Shulk at 100% center stage. Or kind of more 110% center stage, because it was about 109. Last smash from Shulk almost evens the game, but Ness was able to make it back. Shulk almost didn't make that back. If he wouldn't have done the second hit, I believe he would have made it back. Neutral air from Ness just leads into Shulk's up smash, so Shulk was able to get the kill. Sends Ness to his second stock, but Shulk's at 104.5% here on his second stock. Ness is at 10.7, so there's a bit of a difference. He's able to tech the forward air. I would think that that would be untechable at 113%. Shulk was able to get Ness out of the second stock, so Shulk does take the lead. And Ness kind of saved Shulk there. I think Shulk might have been able to make it back, but maybe he could have tried to bait Shulk out. Up air from Ness is able to take Shulk's stock, so now Ness is at 30.1 tournament stock, Shulk's at 0. It's still kind of anyone's game at this point. 2 or 3 PK Fires could give Ness a very high advantage. 1 PK Fire is able to do 26.2%, so 2 more PK Fires would definitely help Ness out a lot. And would pretty much secure him the game. Although, Shulk did gimp Ness earlier, so he could do it again, especially in Smash. Smash Ward increases his knockback by a significant amount. And he was able to punish Ness's recovery and wins the second game that they played against each other. And now we have Blood Falcon versus Shulk. I don't believe they've actually fought, so they might have fought in the last tournament. Number 7, I mean. The last tournament was technically number 8, but I meant tournament number 7 they might have fought. Shulk was able to beat the original Falcon, who's going to be in the next tournament that I do after this game. Because there's going to be one more tournament after this, and then I'm going to be doing offline stuff. Like yesterday. I don't really know what's happening here. But, yeah, it seems like it's over. Guess Captain Falcon was just waiting out Buster. I don't know why that happens so much on this stage, but Falcon wasn't the first one that I've seen do that. And Falcon gimping Shulk with neutral air. I would have gone for forward air, but neutral air is definitely not a bad option. If you do like the sour spot of forward air, that'd be very disrespectful, but it would be able to gimp Shulk, so it would definitely work. Falcon able to recover against Shulk here. Shulk switches over to Buster to get in some damage. Although almost SDs. Falcon gets a lot of damage on Shulk there with the up special. Lands another up special to take the lead from a stock, so... Or, I mean, with a stock as well. Not from a stock. But yeah, Shulk really needs to kill Falcon here, or else he's going to be 2 stocks behind if Falcon kills him first. Forward smash, not enough to take it. If he had switched to smash hard, it definitely would have taken the Shulk though. Or taken the stock for Shulk. Added Falcon dash dancing once again, although this time much slower. Lands a down smash for the kill. So now Falcon's 2 stocks ahead at 101.5%. Shulk's at tournament stock. Vision was enough to be able to counter Falcon's up tilt and kill Falcon as well. Shulk in speed art. Lands a forward air. And Falcon lands up air. And up smash as well. Doesn't. Or follows up with up air. Gets punished though when trying to dash attack Shulk with the back air. Or I believe that was back air from Shulk. Manages to somehow get out of Shulk's forward smash. And punishes his up smash with the down smash. Does take the win. So, Blood Falcon is going to be seeded a bit higher now. He's only won 1 tournament, Shulk's won 2, but he did win the pre-contest of champions against Shulk, who has won 2 tournaments, so... The only person in this pre-contest of champions that hasn't won a tournament was Chrom. Or not Chrom. I guess everyone won a tournament. Except Ness. Ness was the one who didn't win, so... Okay, there's kind of one more game. So, I should have just hit B originally. But yeah, this time there's only going to be 8 people. This is going to be the last tournament for today. There won't be another one until tomorrow. And it'll just be a regular tournament. It'll be tournament number 9. This one's going to be pre-contest of champions number 3. So, for this side we have Falcon, who is in gold. And then Ganon, who was wearing green. There's also somebody else in Bowser. I don't remember who the other person was. I'm going to look in a second though. Where's Bowser? Bowser's here. Okay, and then for this side we have Shulk. It's here. Then the next one to win, or to be a finalist actually was Ness, because he actually didn't win. He almost won that game against Chrom. If that would have happened to me, then I actually would have just stopped playing Ultimate. But Ness seems to not care that much. And then Chrom. Okay, so who was the other one who's won a tournament? Oh yeah, it was actually Plant. But he didn't win a tournament, he just was a finalist like Ness. Yeah, Bowser and Plant haven't won a tournament, Ness hasn't won a tournament either, so let me add a title to pre-COC number 3. And then number 3. Wait. And then I'm going to shuffle this a few more times. Okay. I think we're good. But yeah, Falcon's currently the highest seeded one. Blood Falcon is not the highest seeded one, but he's definitely up there. Or I guess, I don't know, him and Shulk are kind of tied for second at this point. Because they have the same amount of tournament wins, but Shulk has more wins overall. But then again, Blood Falcon hasn't been in that many tournaments. Like game 1, Plant versus Captain Falcon, and this is the real Captain Falcon, not Blood Falcon. we're gonna see Blood Falcon fight Falcon possibly in the next game. And I don't know if that was a gimp or not, but it was a pretty good kill from Falcon. I would not be mad if I had landed that. Or even if I was killed by it, I wouldn't be that mad. Because he just kind of died on the platform. But Plant did get a bit of poison damage there. It's probably going to be a Falcon game, because Plant's not the best character in the game, as much as people wanted him to be whenever he was released. Definitely not SS tier, or whatever people were putting him at whenever he was announced. Yeah, Plant could take the stock from Falcon here though and get a comeback maybe. It's highly unlikely, but it could happen. But yeah, Falcon does take that stock from Plant. But now he has 2 stock lead against him. Lands a neutral special for a kill, so now 1 stock for Plant, 2 stocks for Falcon. I thought Plant kind of went underneath Town and City to where he wasn't able to make it back, so guess that didn't happen. Forward smash for Falcon does connect. Plant landing the down special, although at 96.6% here on the last stock, so it's not looking like a Plant game. Parries the forward smash and punishes with a forward smash. Gets the down special. Falcon gets dash attack into forward throw. Does a crouch, but doesn't get a follow-up. Instead gets up smash and loses the stock. So now Plant's at 140% last stock, and Falcon's at 0% last stock. I thought Plant was just gonna up B off stage, like all he wanted was that second stock from Falcon, and then he'd be good. But no, it seems like Plant still wants to play the game. Actually, Plant could make a comeback if he gets a bunch of poison clouds. And he does make a comeback even without them. Oh yeah, that's definitely the biggest upset in the entire tournament. Falcon getting eliminated game 1 to Plant. Because he got 2 framed by down special. I don't actually know how I feel about that. Because I had Falcon winning this tournament. For sure. Plant could have to fight another Falcon though, if he's not careful. And Chrome just kinda dies, so yeah, it does look like Plant will have to fight another Falcon. Okay, Falcon lands the up tilt. Although Falcon does lose the stock there, it's the same way that Ness lost his stock in the finals of the last tournament. So Falcon landing the down air out of down tilt though. I've been meaning to try and do that combo, but I just haven't been able to get the down tilt to connect. Because that combo looks so cool to pull off. Captain Falcon letting go of shield just a bit too early for the parry and the neutral special from Chrome. Kind of just dash dancing at the bottom. Gimps with up air, although Chrome takes Falcon out with him, It did kill Falcon first, but he still had Stott, so it's fine. So Plant will have to fight Blood Falcon, which is basically just Falcon number 2. Pretty much the only reason that I added Blood Falcon separately from Falcon is because I like to watch CPU Falcon. Because they do stuff like down tilt into down air a lot. Or they actually usually footstool, but these CPU haven't been footstalling. I have a game on like one of my captures, or whatever, in the record section of Smash Ultimate, where it's just a Falcon versus the Marth, and the Falcon kept footstalling Marth for the kill. Like, Marth even tried to footstool Falcon for a kill, but then Falcon jumped on top of him and footstooled him and killed him. So he punished his own footstool with a footstool. Yeah, Shulk not doing too well. This is the third time that they fought, so Ness could actually win this game, although it could be like the last 2 times where Shulk just kind of destroys Ness. Ness using his magnet hands there to be able to get back to stage. Back throw does kill Shulk. I thought he would go for forward throw. Shulk landing the back air. But Ness does have an advantage here, so it could be possible for him to win. Forward smash barely not killing Ness. If I were Shulk, I would have gone for forward air, but it seems like Shulk wanted to play it safe. Parries the down air, I believe that was, from Ness, so didn't kill though. Yeah, sorry, I had to talk to someone real fast, but Shulk did take the stock from Ness. Ness almost SDing there. Luckily he has magnet hand, so was able to make it back to stage. Shulk pretty much is barely avoiding that PK Thunder. If PK Thunder would have gone out for 1 second longer, then it actually would have hit Shulk because Shulk would have touched the ground and had landing lag. So definitely the closest that it could have been connecting. And Shulk got gimped by PK Thunder from Ness, instead of Ness getting gimped using PK Thunder. Pulled a reverse card. Or I don't know, it's this Pokemon stage, so it could just use Wobbuffet. But Shulk in Smash Art does a dash dance because he did get the up air on Ness, which was able to kill due to being in Smash Art, so down smash from Shulk does connect on Ness, so does the backslash loop. Both just do a bit of damage. Ness's PK Fire Slinger is just long enough to be able to hit Shulk for like 2 hits, for some reason. Ness getting back at Shulk for the last game with some PK Fire. I mean, all Ness really has to do is just hit PK Fire once, run away, and just PK Fire again, and just rack up damage, and then go for a kill. Because he can hit PK Fire, and he doesn't have to follow it up with anything. That's what I do with Ness, I just use PK Fire and run. I think that's what Ness is doing now, actually, so maybe he heard me. Snellstroke's at 160.3%, Ness is at 69.9%, Ness has just spammed PK Fire at this point from across the stage. Lancey PK Thunder for the kill, so now Ness has actually won instead of losing the game. The tables have turned. One of the longer matches. Now we have the King of Evil versus Bowser. Ganondorf and Bowser fought before, but I think it was actually in the last pre-contest of champions when they fought. Or not the last one, but the one before that, because we just did the last one. So technically it was the first pre-contest of champions. Although at the time I just called it the contest of champions, because I didn't know what I was supposed to call it. Bowser landing a neutral air there. They've been kind of close at the beginning of this match, although Ganondorf starting to advance his lead a little bit. Uses the platform to be able to recover there, although that one doesn't allow him to recover. But Bowser does save Ganon there. He wanted it to be a fair fight. So Ganondorf's neutral air does take Bowser's first stock, though. Ganondorf at exactly 100%. Bowser at 0% on second stock. I think that's the first time I've ever seen someone in this game be at exactly 100. Because they're always like 100 point something now, and it kind of annoys me a little bit. Ganondorf barely missing the down smash. That was actually a really smart idea for him to try and get a roll read with that, but Bowser was able to call the roll read. But Bowser does gimp Ganon there, so Ganondorf does lose another stock. I was going to say Ganon does, but then I said Ganondorf. And Prism Tower exists, so yeah, you really do have to feel bad for Ganon there. He got a really nice kill from the down air, but the game just didn't want him to win. That's all I have to say about that, is that it was the game deciding that he wasn't worthy of victory. And now we have Plant versus Falcon again, although this time it's the clone of Falcon, Blood Falcon. I'm pretty sure that's how F-Zero works. I've never actually played one. Although I know what the gameplay is like. It's kind of just like a standard racing game, not Mario Kart style, but like Forza style, except you move a lot faster because you're in space cars, so it's just a space racing game, although it's good because it has Nintendo characters that are actually unique instead of just Mario and Donkey Kong. It's got characters like Captain Falcon and Blood Falcon. And then that one guy that you have to unlock to go on the F-Zero part of the track in World of Light that I don't actually remember. If I played F-Zero, I would know more names, but I haven't played it. Piranha Plant is actually in the lead here. He was able to defeat Captain Falcon last time, so maybe he can defeat this one. Maybe this is just Plant's revenge, and he's coming back from being the worst in the game to being one of the best. Thought Blood Falcon SD'd there, but he was barely able to make it back. A up smash from Falcon takes Plant's first stock. Plant at 0% now because he just got the stock reset, but Falcon's at 46.4%. If he would have done another neutral air, or like a forward air out of the neutral air, then that would have been enough to get Falcon, so definitely could have seen Plant get a very early stock there. I think Plant, or at least Plant right now, could actually land a down air spike by the end of this tournament. I feel like there's a pretty high chance that that can happen. Forward Smash does take Falcon stock though. So Plant's only at 25.1% on the second stock, so he definitely has a pretty good lead. He went from being the worst character in the CPU tournament, like in the top of the CPU tournament, I guess, because he was a finalist, so he's not the worst character in the game. Like, he's at least won 4 games or whatever. But he'd never won. Oh, what was that? Did it like stage spike because he didn't tech the hit? Or it looks like he teched the hit, but then he got spiked. Yeah, Plant gets the neutral B for the kill. He's just kind of destroying everyone at this point. It is Plant's revenge game. But I've never seen that happen before. I don't really understand what happened. I guess Lylat does what Lylat wants, kind of like Prism Tower. But now we have Ness versus Bowser for semifinals on the right side of bracket. And the next game's going to be the last game for a while. I'm going to go eat dinner after this tournament's over, and then I'll be back for some offline practice, probably with some secondaries. Like, I might do some more Wolf practice, because I'm not that great with Wolf. Bowser trying to get an edge guard here against Ness, although SDs. Okay. Yeah, I saw that he got spikes, but I don't know if it was a stage spike or if Captain Falcon upbeat into down air, because it looked like he down air spiked from the angle. Maybe it could be the stage's platform's a little weird, because it looked like a slope, so it looked like he should have bounced off at a 45-degree angle instead of just straight down. So, or at least according to how the stage's wings tilt at the sides. It was just a weird angle. But yeah, Bowser's actually doing a lot to Ness here on the stock. After the SD. Thought he just SD'd there. Pre-purchase Yoshi's World. Or Yoshi's Crafted World. I don't know about that game. It looks kind of interesting. Oh yeah, I know that it bounced him off because it was like a stage spike, which is where you hit somebody into the stage and if they don't tag it, they get stage spike. But I'm just saying like the angle was weird, not that the actual stage shouldn't have been able to spike without, or Piranha Plant in that situation. But yeah, with Yoshi's Crafted World, it kind of reminds me of Kirby, so that's why I'm hesitant on getting the game. And I've never actually played a Yoshi game other than Yoshi's Story for the Nintendo 64. And that was an untechable hit? Okay. But yeah, if you bought Kirby's, I guess that was Kirby Star Ally, I was gonna say Kirby's Inside Story for some reason. But yeah, if you bought Kirby Star Allies, then you know that that game was kind of a ripoff at the beginning. They added updates later that made it more expensive, but that was like a $30 game priced at $60. And the thing was, I like Kirby games because I played Sweet Squad and the first one, which was Kirby's Adventure, and then I played the one that was on the Nintendo Switch Online, except I played it on the NES Classic. I forget which one that's called because I never really finished it, but I did play some of it. I was just playing Smash Ultimate at the same time, so. But yeah, Kirby games are usually good. That one was just kind of empty. Like, you finished the game in like 5 hours and that was it. There wasn't much to do. Like, you could try and get the puzzle pieces. But they did add DLC that was free in updates, so. Okay, Plant just sniped Bowser from all the way across the stage by using the wall to bounce off the Patooey there. That's perfectly fine. But yeah, Plant's actually popping off in this tournament. he went from being like the worst character in this tournament to the best character in this tournament in one game. And then last game he also did pretty well. This game he seems to be doing fine, but Bowser seems to have got a download on Plant now. So now Plant can't seem to hit Bowser. Though now he's starting to get Mojo back, maybe. Yeah, it looks like Plant's back now. Or I guess Plant really didn't do well at the beginning of the match because he was at 130% whenever he hit Bowser with the Patooey from off stage. If you know what game looks really interesting, is that My Friend Pedro game. It's an indie game that's coming out on Switch. That game actually looks fun. Because all you do is you go around and you're in this 2D area where you walk through and shoot bad guys and you have like 2 pistols or 2 SMGs or something and you can like slow down time. It's basically just an action movie but as a video game, kind of like Super Hot. Except it's a third person perspective, so it's a little bit cooler to watch. Well, Super Hot in VR looks pretty fun to play as well. Yeah, My Friend Pedro is definitely on the list of something that I'm going to stream whenever it releases. I saw some Game Explain posted a video about it today. I didn't watch that. But I didn't watch all of it because of spoilers. It was the first 16 minutes of the game. I just watched like the first 8. Yeah, it definitely looks like a Plant game now. Plant's kind of just destroyed Bowser at this point, although Bowser's starting to get some combos there, as I'm saying that Plant destroyed him. He was able to stop the combo with the neutral B, but I guess Bowser could get a down air maybe to kill Plant, but so could Plant. Plant's down air is a lot harder to hit than Bowser, so... Or at least get the spike. You can hit Bowser's spike on stage, you can't really hit Plant's on stage. And by on stage, I mean like at the ledge, like that. Except it actually goes through. But Bowser's back air was able to take the stock from Plant, barely. I think Plant kind of moved towards the blast zone, or maybe he just didn't DI that hit properly, but it wasn't even a confirm. Yeah, Bowser was actually able to do it this time. He made it to the finals in the last pre-contest of Champions he was in. But he wasn't able to win because he lost to Falcon. Yeah, it was definitely a close game, but once again, Plant still has not won a tournament of any kind, not even pre-contest of Champions. But I'm going to go eat dinner now, and whenever I get back, I'm going to be playing as Wolf, Lucina, and Falcon offline, probably just to continue to practice them, because they are people that I use a lot in this game. And I still need to work on Wolf a lot. Not so much Falcon and Lucina, because I have a lot of time spent with them, but with Wolf I only have like 3 hours. With Lucina I have 10 hours in comparison, so I'll probably just work on Wolf a lot. So yeah, I'll be back after I go eat.